Letting my 6-year-old plan our entire day at Disneyland. We just drove in from Arizona, and since we only had a couple hours at the parks, I figured that today would be the best day to let her decide everything that we were gonna do. We got to the park right before the Magic Happens parade, so we decided to get some popcorn and pick a spot just so that we could wave and say hi to our friends before getting on our first ride. We made our way to Adventureland, and there was no line for Indiana Jones, so she jumped right in, and I was really proud of her for being so brave. Then we made our way to the Jungle Cruise, and this was her first time on this ride, so she was really happy to see all the animals. We were getting pretty hungry, and she wanted her favorite tomato soup, so we decided to split the Jolly Holiday combo. Then it was time to tackle Big Thunder Mountain. You can see she was pretty excited, and then she wasn't. The Bubble Queen then needed a bubble wand refill so that she could spread all of those magic Disney bubbles all the way through Fantasyland. Then we jumped on one of our favorite rides, Dumbo, so that she could steer just like she always does. Next, we hopped onto Casey Jr.'s train, and she was pretty sad that we didn't get one of the caged cars, but that's nothing that a little dance party can't fix. After the ride was over, we stopped for some delicious churros, and she totally left me hanging when I asked for a cheers. Our next ride was a no-brainer, but she was pretty indecisive on which teacup she wanted to go on. It was totally a Goldilocks moment until she finally found the perfect fit. Next up, she chose a ride that we haven't been on before, and we finally got to go on the Storyland boats. But I have to be honest with you guys, the star of this show was this mother duck and her two little ducklings. They were so cute, and everyone in the boat was completely obsessed. As you can see, I was pretty focused on these two little ducklings and making sure that they got on land safely. This poor little guy had such a hard time. He kept trying and trying, but eventually he did finally get up there. Of course, we headed over to Toontown, and I knew she would head directly to Mickey's Runaway Railway. Fun fact though, this is the first time that we've ever waited in this line because usually we get in line right before the park closes and no one's ever there. On our way out, we hit up It's a Small World to say hi to Lilo and Stitch before buying the cutest baby Minnie that I have ever seen. We had such a fun day, and I think she did a great job with all of her selections.